Hey, what's up, everybody? Steve Schwartz here from LSAT Unplugged, joining you today to share how recessions affect law school admissions. Before I get into it, a little bit about LSAT Unplugged. At LSAT Unplugged, we offer live online classes via Zoom, on-demand video courses, small group coaching, and one-on-one coaching. Check out the links below this video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd love to help you out. So the topic for today: how recessions affect law school admissions. What typically happens during a recession is that applications to law school increase significantly. I've seen this a couple of times over the course of my career, and I do expect that we'll be seeing it again. I first saw this back in 2008 during the mortgage crisis. Applications to law school spiked significantly to their highest level ever. I saw this again as a result of the COVID pandemic in 2020, when we saw the most competitive admission cycle ever. And I do expect we'll be seeing this again for a couple of reasons. One is that the tech giants announced a round of layoffs recently, all the big ones you've heard of: Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft, Google. And then most recently, just within the past week, Silicon Valley Bank collapsed, and they were the bank for several major tech startup companies. Tech companies are a bellwether for the economy these days, given their enormous size. And so what this means is that we can expect there to be a ripple effect throughout the rest of the economy. So although the troubles may be starting with the tech sector, they certainly will not end there, and they may have a ripple effect throughout the rest of the economy. What this means is that if folks are losing their jobs, if they cannot get raises, and all of this combined with the recent inflation we saw over the past year, what this means is that folks may decide they want to get out of the job market, take some time for law school, take on some significant student loans, and then hopefully 3 to 4 years from now, the economy will be in a better place and they'll have waited it out and gotten a valuable graduate level degree in the meantime. Again, I saw this back in 2008. I saw this in the COVID pandemic in 2020, and I do think we'll see it again within the next year or two. This is actually good news for you, though, because you're watching this video now, hopefully in 2023, prior to all of this really happening in a big way. What that would mean is that you can take the LSAT in 2023, you can apply to law school this cycle before things get really crazy. I'm recording this video right now in mid-March of 2023. If you can take the LSAT in April or June or August or September and apply at the beginning of the cycle this fall, you can submit your law school application and be considered before there's a massive spike in the number of people applying to law school. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to issue any kind of dire warning, do this or else. I'm speaking directly here based on my experience over the past 15 plus years, thinking specifically about the 2008 financial crisis, and then again, the pandemic, where we had the most competitive admission cycle ever in 2020, 2021. So I'm looking to help you avoid applying in one of those cycles that are going to be inordinately competitive. I'm just looking to help you get into the best law school possible with the most scholarship money possible as easily as possible. So why apply in a more competitive admissions year when you could apply in a relatively less competitive admissions year and get better results with the same LSAT score and GPA? Unfortunately, for those who applied in a more competitive cycle, even with a great LSAT, even with a great GPA, they were at an unfortunate disadvantage just because there were too many applicants for too few slots. Law school class sizes are relatively fixed. They can, of course, play at the margins a little bit, maybe admit a few more students one year than another, but there's only so much they can do. And especially speaking about the top 14 law schools, they do have their exclusivity to maintain. They want to protect that air about themselves. And so Harvard's not going to double their class size just because there are double the number of applicants applying in a given cycle. Not saying it's fair, not saying it's right, but it is what it is. And so what that means for you is that if you are thinking of law school, if you are already in the law school world, if you've been postponing this or delaying it for a year or more, maybe even several years, I want to encourage you, don't delay it any more. Things may get worse before they get better. And so you want to apply now and get this done, get the application submitted, get that acceptance obtained so that you can be done with the LSAT, done with law school admissions, move on with your life, become a successful attorney, and leave all of this behind you. And then whoever applies in the future years will no longer be your concern. There are a lot of changes coming up in the future. I'm thinking first and foremost about the changes to the logic game section coming likely next year. And so you don't want that to complicate things on top of everything else. If you've been studying one form of logic games, you don't want to have to suddenly switch because you delayed things another year or two longer than necessary. So if you take nothing else from this video, I encourage you, apply now, get the LSAT done with before we enter a major recession and things become a whole lot more competitive, because once they do, you're going to want to go to law school even more than you already do now, and so will everybody else. And there are limited slots available at any given law school, including your dream school, including your reach school. And so if you want to have a chance of getting into a school performing above your numbers, that's much more likely to happen in a down cycle than an up cycle. Down cycle meaning fewer applicants, up cycle meaning a whole lot more applicants, maybe even too many applicants to put you at a relative disadvantage. So I'm going to encourage you again, apply now. And if I can help you out in any way, please feel free to reach out anytime. I've got live online classes via Zoom, on-demand video courses, small group coaching, and one-on-one coaching. Click the links below this video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd love to help you out. And if you found this video useful, please do me a favor, like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It really helps with that YouTube algorithm, and I really do appreciate it. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.